All right, D-Mac, we're talking Red Wings and Capitals. So, all right, guys, then let's go to battle then, everybody. Let's do it. Take the gloves off. Let's go. All right, D-Mac, answer this one. Drew K. Why is coaching not being held accountable for not getting more consistent play? Yzerman's done his job. Lalonde has a capable roster. We've seen it. Address the Lalonde situation.
Must not have. No. I brought that exact point up, is that if you're going to blame anybody or question anybody, question the coaching and the decisions he made and whatever bingo ball to whatever, who's in the lineup, who's not in the lineup, but it's not Yzerman. Put the guys in place. Now it's also a learning process for him and the players with injuries and stuff like this, but the combinations you can question. 100%. I said that last week. I'm lockstep if there's a question to systems and stuff like this and execution, but but again, I don't know, man. It's all part of the process, and if you're learning, right, if your coach is going to learn in his second year at the pace that the general manager allows him to, he's right where the team is, right? He's doing it. If you give that, I give him a B season. Right, whether they make the playoffs to finish here or not from the levels that they've made. Right? Now, you got to keep getting better grades and keep getting better, but I'm not overly disappointed. But if I was going to point fingers or look to blame, which it's not looking to blame, it's looking to understand why and fixing it.
And for me, D-Mac, I think we can boil this down right now. The streets want a pound of flesh. That's what they want. That's the vibe I'm getting from. And me, who usually does call for a pound of flesh, I don't. Like, we are progressing along. There's tangible results. You can point to it. You can see the progression as they've gone along. You cannot argue that.
You cannot
argue that.
Okay. Dan Campbell tells you in 2021 that he learned and he's proven it, that I gotta have my team and like every starter goes down. Right? What Derek Lalonde hasn't done, or you cannot question Steve Yzerman, is the long absence of Dylan Larkin. And also now I brought to your attention is Michael Rasmussen. You wonder why Steve Yzerman locked this guy up? Right? Because of the value. So you got to, and it's not just them, it's the guys around them and the guys in the team. Because if the team can't figure it out without these guys in the lineup, and they're part of the lineup, then they're not the right guys, and it should be the guys, not from outside of this organization, although the 1C always is, but inside this organization that we've been hearing that they're high on. You know, the Carter Mazers and the Caspers, and, you still got Soderblom down there. You got good young guys in the system, right? So to me, it's like they're progressing down the road. It's just that everybody's disappointed because it looked like the weather for the vacation of the getting to the playoffs was going to be. It's just like sort of like the weather, but it's changed. It's changed. It was sunny in January and February, and we thought we had all this and stuff before injuries, and we were cruising along. You had the car flags out. We got comfortable again. But again, look at last year. We got it for a day. This year we got it for what? A week, 2 weeks?
What do you got, KG?
No, I was going to ask, so if they don't make the playoffs, you don't think anybody needs to fall on the sword for this season?
Dude, but it's like what falling on the sword, accountability, or if you're going to get better, or this team, like what's falling on the sword? Like it's almost like Almago.
The fans
how could he come? But how can he be back if he never came?
Yeah, the fans want a scapegoat. Pause, big pause. But the fans want a scapegoat. So
take
it
one.
would be Lalonde in that case,
sure,
right?
If you want it, but so why do that to yourself when you know that the only guy? Do you feel like Steve Yzerman feels that way about Derek Lalonde, or this is guy, and this is all part of the progression of learning as to be a coach with this team as they learn together?
Yeah, it's a big vibe here. Ryan's reaction, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Over under, a letter is stolen from the Detroit sign within 3 months. Come on, Ryan. Come
That'd
on.
be hilarious.
If they
See, KG, you want this.
What is that's got to be plus 800. That's aggressive.
Yeah.
KG wants this to he wants a letter stolen.
graffiti-
he wants it graffitied.
No, graffiti
he wants us
is
to
one
be on
thing.
brand. That's what you want. You want Detroit to be on brand,
Listen,
KG. Say it.
Graffiti
Say it.
is one
Say
thing.
it.
Stealing one of the letters from the sign, that's something totally different. But
You want it.
the
You want it to happen.
The graffiti, I'm not mad at. I'm not. On the base of not on the actual letters, but on the base, I'm not mad at it.
Say it. You want this to fail. Say it.
I don't. I mean, Detroit.
Say it.
Detroit should want better. That's all I'll
You
say that.
don't believe in Detroit. Say it.
I believe in Detroit. I don't believe in the people running Detroit, but I believe in Detroit.
You don't believe in the Detroit sign. You don't.
Nah, I don't.
I know you
think
don't.
You
You
don't
want it
believe in the
destroyed.
Detroit side either.
You want it destroyed.
I don't want it destroyed.
You want it
I want
vandalized, stolen.
I want it redone, but better. You don't like you doing all this sticking up for the Detroit sign, and you don't like it either.
I don't like it, but I'm going to support it because it's mine and it's Detroit, and that's what it is. I just don't want it graffitied. You should see, I took a spin around Twitter. You should see the national outlets and what they're saying. We don't need this, KG.
I understand.
And they're waiting on it. They're praying for times like this right now. They want us to steal it. They want us to graffiti it. They want us to. You know they do. Don't give them what they want. Come on, one time. One time, baby.
I don't even know how graffiti would look on the letter. It wouldn't even look good because it's kind of like a darker design. Anyway, but
You're praying on its downfall.
I'm not. I just want to see it look better. That's all.
Come on. Say your T Grizzly right now. You're praying on its downfall.
I'm not. Never praying on nobody's downfall.
You're praying on that sign's downfall.
I'm not.
Going to church twice a day.
It's what
All
the
right.
kids say is mid. You know, it's a mid sign.
All right. But no, but D-Mac, that's my thing with it. Like, I feel like last night's game was the Thanksgiving Day game against Green Bay, where everybody thought that they were owed this, where everybody thought, all right, here's the moment, we've arrived, and they were guaranteed this, and it didn't go that way. And remember when they lost that Green Bay game, despite what were they like 7-2, the Lions? Mm-hmm. Remember there was a revolt.
Yeah.
Like, people thought the Lions were the Detroit sign. People think the Red Wings and Steve Yzerman right now is the Detroit sign.
And somebody, I don't know who said it in there, is like, they said, oh, they fell apart at the end of the season last year, and they fell apart at the end of the season this year. How's it progress? If you want to be granular like that, they had 35 wins last year. They have 38 already this year. That's better. So, thanks, Flannel. Right? Like, I mean, they're a better, they're a better team than they were last year. But obviously, guess what, Neil? Oh my gosh, every other team in the league doesn't say stagnant; they get better too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least you're in the hunt. And again, I mean, Chicken Little, the sky's falling. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. You still got 4 games left. This is a conversation for 2 weeks if they don't make it, and then we'll have the poll. Who's your biggest scapegoat? Somebody must go to the guillotine. Who's it gonna be? Next episode, Big D Energy. Top 5 Red Wings whose heads get chopped off because they didn't make the playoffs.
Sound like the Dragon Ball Z announcer at the end of the episode. But
Spenmo, you've been quiet through all this. Usually you're a big, pound of flesh guy.
Yeah, I'm just sad.
Dave
upsets
You've
me.
already given up?
I mean, yeah.
You're resigned, bro?
No.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're playoff hopes.
Is it? Are you
Oh,
resigned
no,
because
man.
you know that if you make the playoffs, you probably don't have a chance? Like
No,
that you're not
that's-
built for a run, or is
No,
it just?
I just wanted to see playoff hockey. I knew they weren't built for a run either way. I knew they weren't going. You're not going to get past Florida or New York in the playoffs. But I just wanted to see some playoff hockey.
I want you guys
feel.
to say. I want you guys to say like you don't believe it. You don't believe that they're gonna do it.
I don't believe they're going to make the playoffs this year. No, I don't.
It's going to be
It's
tough.
already morning. No, it's obviously gonna be tough. It was gonna be tough at the beginning of
It's
the
more
year.
likely to not than
Again,
to now.
Neil, here's
Yeah.
the question, right? Forget how you got here, right? I throw, hey, guess what, right? Went in my time machine, and on April 10th or whatever like this, look what I saw. This could be your record, and this is where it is. I'm sitting here at training camp. Do you take it right now? Do you take the fact that you control
But yeah,
your
but
destiny
D-Mac, I'm
with
the
these
wrong
last-
person to answer because through
Why?
all this, the way that it's going right now, I'm cool with,
So I
with where
guess
they are as
maybe
a
that's
franchise.
just
I'm the
somebody
wrong person
who's
to answer.
all distraught, and I'm not trying to make. It's not okay,
Yeah.
right? Like, but can we? Maybe that's the like Kenny's saying, hey, you know what? I'm not putting it. Don't do it. right? I'm saying, like, hopefully it lasts a year with the Detroit sign or
Yeah.
whatever like this. No, I'm saying don't do it. Let's not hand out the death sentences, but can we at least wait until
It's
they're
over.
dead,
Yeah.
right? Wait till they can rest in peace. Now, they haven't done themselves any favors, but throughout this year, they backed themselves into walls that they've been able to fight themselves out of, or corners.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a guy that if I'm still breathing and you give me a little bit of a chance, I'm gonna fight back, and you can't. So maybe that's like, and that's, sort of the message. This is, what happens. They do make it. This could be a pivotal time in the organization that they dug down and won these last games. I don't know.
Yeah.
We just wait. You can have. Hey, I'll make you a promise. They don't make the playoffs, and whatever the first show you want to do, take the heat and all the negative, whatever like that. Let's go. Let's do it then. Let's not do it now.
Right.
And then I implored everybody who's already mourning their, the fact that that person hasn't passed away. And maybe they're in hospice, Benny. That's fine, but they're still saying there's a chance.
A lot of
But
car
just, like,
slash
can we
getting
wait
buried.
I mean,
until-
there's definitely a chance.
I know, but I feel your disappointment, bro.
Yeah.
I feel your disappointment too, because you know what? Why they do it so hard? Why they do it to themselves like this? Well, you know what? We've all in life done things to ourselves that we're the only ones that can get us out of. So let's go. Like that's it. And we can always have this moment and the bitch fest and whatever like that. Then you can tell me what I'm missing out on.
Yeah. I mean, again, for me, because it's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? My view will not change. Do I want to make the playoffs? Obviously, I want to. I'm not KG over there.
Oh, my
I'm not
God.
celebrating something when secretly I want its downfall. I'm not doing that. Would I like to go to the playoffs? Sure, I would like to go to the playoffs.
You only do that for Michigan.
I saw that one in there. And Danny G says, and this is it. I'll never get past. There are two certainties about this NHL season that I've come to grips with. And it's my statement. Number one, you get rewarded for losing, and the Islanders got rewarded for losing 15 times, and it's stupid. Red Wings won more games than the Islanders. They have. That's stupid. All right? But I'm not crying about it because we knew that going in. Those were the rules. Doesn't change the fact that they're not stupid, because they are stupid rules. Number two, Danny G. I still don't get what the difference is between getting bounced in the playoffs and missing the playoffs by a game or two.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that, you will never be able to convince me otherwise. These pound of flesh people, they'll fire the coach, where's the playoff berth? So 1 point will dictate the way you feel about an entire organ. 5 years of going through this with Yzerman and the depths that we were at. That 1 point's going to change all that in your mind. That's stupid. I'm sorry. I can't vibe with that, dude. 1 point is going to change the entire way you view a franchise and a job that a GM's done, when progressively every year, like I say, things aren't linear, except for the Red Wings and their progression. That's been linear.
I look at it like a ladder. Where on the ladder are they at, right? And halfway is the playoffs. So, and that's what it is, halfway, not 3/4 of the way is playoff. Halfway is the playoff, because that's a whole different beast.
Oh, stop! All right, stop with this shit here, Daryl.
Uh-oh.
You've been crying about it, Neil. Every team plays with those rules. Stop crying about. No, Mark Doyle. We got out in front of this yesterday on yesterday's show. Remember, I put it out there yesterday, and I said before we go into this, remember, this is the stupidest rule set up in sports, because it is.
But the why is because it's Bettman hockey, because you got
No other sport do you
because
get
have
rewarded for
5
losing.
teams vying for 2 spots at the end of the season, because it's supposed to. I mean, I don't blame them. I see why, because the NHL needs as much help for ratings as they can get.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. No other sport in the world is like this. No other sport. You get rewarded for losing.
Yeah.
But you do in the NHL. I can't understand it.